Hello friends, and welcome to Preschool Storytime with Miss Natalie. This week we are talking about something that you watch your mom and dad or your grown-ups do every single day. We are talking about cooking. We are going to read some fun books about cooking and learn some fun songs and a yoga pose all about cooking. I can't wait to get started, so let's get going. The first book I'm going to read to you, friends, isn't about someone who cooks, but it is about someone who eats some magic soup and learns how to speak. And that person is Martha the dog. Let's find out what Martha ate. The day Helen gave Martha dog her alphabet soup, something unusual happened. The letters in the soup went up to Martha's brain instead of down to her stomach. That evening, Martha spoke. "Isn't it time for my dinner?" Martha's family had many questions to ask her, and she had a lot to tell her. An alphabet soup became a regular part of Martha's diet, and the family loved surprising people. Walking the dog was always good for a laugh. They ordered pizza from a different restaurant every night. They taught Martha how to use the phone, but that was a mistake. "Hello, Acme Meat Company. I'd like to make an order." Pretty soon, more than pizza was being delivered. Family and friends were amazed. But there were those who doubted, and Martha always had the last word. But there was a problem. Now that Martha could talk, there was no stopping her. And she said exactly what was on her mind. She made embarrassing comments and always told the truth. And sometimes she wondered why her family was mad at her. She kept on talking. She talked through everyone's TV shows except for her own. She talked when they were trying to read. She talked and talked and talked until her family could not stand it and said, "Martha, please. Shut up." That's not a very nice thing to say. "What's wrong?" asked Martha. "You talk too much," yelled Father. "You never stop," yelled Mother. "Sometimes," said Helen. "I wish you had never learned to talk." Martha was crushed. She's so sad. The next day, Martha did not speak. She didn't ask for dinner or to go out. She just lay under the table. And at first, her family enjoyed the silence, but then they got worried. "What's the matter, Martha?" asked Helen. Martha didn't answer. Martha's dad called the vet. "There's something wrong with my dog," he said. "She won't say a word." The vet thought he was joking. Helen offered Martha a bowl after bowl of alphabet soup, but Martha had lost her appetite for letters. Martha's family wondered if she would ever speak again. Then one evening when her family was out, Martha heard the sound of glass breaking. "A burglar," she gasped. "I'd better call the police." She carefully dialed 911 and opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out because Martha had not eaten alphabet soup in days. So she raced to the kitchen and she growled and barked and tried to look ferocious. But the burglar wasn't frightened. He picked up a pot and put it down. "Here, dog," he said, "have something to eat." Then the burglar smiled as he went back to work. "Dumb dog," he said, "lucky for me, you like alphabet soup." When Martha's family returned, they found the police removing the burglar from their house. "How did you know he was robbing our house?" asked Helen. "Some lady named Martha called us down at the station," said the officer. "Good dog," Martha exclaimed her happy family. "You are so right," said Martha. Now Martha eats a bowl of alphabet soup every day. She's learning what to say and when to say it. And sometimes she doesn't say anything at all, at least for a few minutes. Well, I never heard of alphabet soup helping some dogs learn how to talk. Maybe I should try that with my cats. What do you think? Friends, the song we're singing this week is all about soup, but a special kind of soup, because this soup is called stone soup. That doesn't sound very good, is it? But we're gonna sing how we cook it together. So let's count to 3 and start our song. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. The stone goes in the soup. The stone goes in the soup. Can you help me stir? We stir and stir and stir and stir. The stone goes in the soup. Now let's add some carrots. The carrots go in the soup. The carrots go in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The carrots go in the soup. How about we add some onions to our soup? The onions go in the soup. The onions go in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The onions go in the soup. What else does our soup need? How about some chicken? The chicken goes in the soup. The chicken goes in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The chicken goes in the soup. We also need some dumplings. The dumplings go in the soup. The dumplings go in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The dumplings go in the soup. Now what are we missing? We have our vegetables. We have our dumplings, our chicken. We forgot about our broth, our chicken broth. It's not soup if there's no liquid in it, right? Ready? The chicken broth goes in the soup. The chicken broth goes in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The chicken broth goes in the soup. Now we're gonna ladle our soup. We pour the soup in bowls. We pour the soup in bowls. We eat, 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 we eat, we eat. We all the soup. Pour the soup in the bowls. And now, stone soup is all gone. I love soup so much, especially with dumplings in it. And this is great soup weather because it's kind of cold at nights. The second book I'm going to share with you, friends, is all about a town in Italy that has a witch with a magic pasta pot. And her name is Stregonona. And we're going to see what happens with her magic pasta pot. In a town in Calabria a long time ago, there lived an old lady everyone called Stregonona, which meant Grandma Witch. Everyone always talked about her, but everyone went to see her if they had troubles. She could cure a headache, make potions for girls, and was very good at getting rid of warts. But Stregonona was getting old and needed someone to help her keep her house and garden, so she put up a sign. And Big Anthony, who didn't pay attention, went to see her. Anthony, said Stregonona, you must sweep the house and wash the dishes, weed the garden, pick the vegetables, feed and milk the goat, fetch the water. And for this, you will get 3 coins and a place to sleep and food to eat. But you must never touch my magic pasta pot. Oh, see, yes, said Big Anthony. And so the days went by. Big Anthony did his work, and Stregonona met people. And yet Big Anthony had a bed to sleep and food to eat. And one evening, when Big Anthony was milking the goat, he heard Stregonona singing and saw her standing over the pasta pot. She sang, bubble, bubble, pasta pot. Boil me up pasta nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up. And suddenly, the pot filled with pasta. And then Stregonona sang, enough, enough, pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day. Again, he thought it was wonderful. And he went inside to eat. And too bad, because Big Anthony did not see Stregonona blow the 3 kisses to the magic pasta pot. And so this is what happened. One day, Big Anthony went to get water and told everyone about the pasta pot. And no one believed him, so they laughed and laughed. And I'll show them, he said, and they'll be sorry. And so soon, Stregonona went off to go see her friend Stregoamelia, and told him all the chores to do, but said, don't touch the pasta pot. But Big Anthony didn't listen. He took the pasta pot, he remembered the words, and he sang, bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boiling up pasta nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up. Then he ran down the town square, jumped up and said, everyone, get forks and plates and platters and bowls. Pasta for all. And when they got to the Stregonona's house, the pasta pot was so full, it was starting to overflow. Big Anthony was a hero. Everyone ate all the pasta to their heart's content, and the pot never went empty. And so Big Anthony sang the words when everyone was full. Enough, enough, my pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day. But he did not blow the pasta pot 3 kisses. And a nun soon said, oh, Big Anthony, look! And pasta was coming out of the pot and out the door. He shouted the magic words again, but nothing happened. He took the pot off the floor, but the pasta kept coming. He put a cover on it. He sat on the cover, but the pasta spilled out onto Striganona's house. And out the door, and out the windows. And the pasta began to go down into the road, and people started running. Soon, the pasta was in the town square. A barricade didn't work, and it kept coming and coming. "We are lost! The pasta will cover our town," the people cried. And it would have if Striganona had not come down the road, and she knew exactly what had happened. She sang the magic song and blew 3 kisses. "Oh, grazie, grazie," Striganona, the people cried. Then they turned to poor Anthony. "String him up," they shouted. "Now wait," said Striganona. Big Anthony wanted pasta. "So here you go." And she handed him a fork. "Start eating," she said. Oh, and poor Big Anthony ate. And ate. Until all the pasta was gone. I think someone has a bellyache. If you found a magic pasta pot, would you try and use it? Or would you wait for the witch to come back and show you how? Maybe if Big Anthony had waited and Striganona would have shown him how to use the magic pasta pot. But I think he learned not to touch other people's pasta pots. What do you think? Now friends, we are gonna learn how to be an animal today. Now I can't do this pose with you, but I am going to tell you how to do it because I think you are such smart little cookies that you can figure it out. Today, we are gonna learn how to be a dog. Just like Martha, who speaks. So, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get onto your hands and knees into what you call a tabletop. Because when you're on your hands and knees, you kind of look like a table, don't you? And you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna press them hard and hard into the ground as hard as you can. And you're gonna breathe in and breathe out. Now when you breathe in next, you're gonna push your hands onto the ground as hard as you can, and you're gonna push your heels up, up, up into the air and towards the ground until you look like a dog that is stretching. And you're gonna wiggle your tail side to side, and you're gonna stretching them on your toes and put your feet back down. Maybe you're even gonna bark a little bit, or wag your tail some more, or stick your tongue out and pant, or growl, whatever kind of dog you wanna be. And then you're gonna lower your knees back down to the ground, and you're gonna breathe in and out. Good job, friends. Being a dog is a lot of fun, isn't it? Especially if you're a dog like Martha who knows how to talk. This book we're gonna read, friends, tells you all different ways that you would eat your food if you were a dinosaur. Let's find out what happens. How does a dinosaur eat all his food? Does he burp, does he belch, or make noises quite rude? Does he pick at his cereal, throw down his cup, hoping to make someone else pick it up? Does he fuss, does he fidget, or squirm in his chair? Does he flip his spaghetti high in the air? Does a dinosaur glare? How does a dinosaur eat all his food? Does he spit out his broccoli partially chewed? Ew. Does he bubble his milk? Stick beans up his nose? Oh my. Does he squeeze juicy oranges with his big toes? I sure hope not. No. He says please and thank you. He sits very still. He eats all before him with smiles and goodwill. He tries every new thing, at least one small bite. He makes no loud noises. That isn't polite. He never drops anything onto the floor, and after he's finished, he asks for some more. Eat up, little dinosaur. Well, those dinosaurs sure know how to be polite and eat all of their food. What kind of dinosaur are you? Do Do you eat all of your food up, or do you try and sneak broccoli into a dog's bowl? And I had so much fun with you at Preschool Storytime. We had so much fun reading our books and singing our songs and learning how to be some dogs, just like Martha. Maybe you're a talking dog like Martha too. Well, I cannot wait to see you next week, and I hope you have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend. Bye!